Okay, we are between Bend and Sisters, off the pavement.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, with the mouth mount GoPro.
The Cache Mountain Expert Section. Whoa.
It's spectacular. Like, this is just kind of a hell of a view. Good morning and welcome to day 4, already day 4, of the Oregon BDR adventure. Tim is here, I'm here, we're camped outside of Bend. It's been an eventful 3 days and I would encourage you to check out the first 3 videos in this series if you haven't. I will link them for you, of course, up here, anyway, the last one. And check out the playlist, there'll be a playlist of the whole trip so you can keep up with it. But anyway, camped outside of Bend last night. Grace came out and visited us. That was awesome. Got some delicious liquid refreshment, had some steaks, and passed out super early. I went to bed at 9:30. I'm exhausted. So it's about 6:30 now, and our original plan was to pack up first thing and just head into Sisters for breakfast. I think that's still the plan, but it's cold. Like, after being in the desert for the last few days, it's interesting to wake up and there's a breeze that is very chilly. So it'll be interesting riding in mesh gear this morning. But we want to get an early start before it gets too hot. See if we can make some miles. So we're on section 4. We'll finish section 4 easily because we have to take the bypass because Three Creeks Road is closed, so we can't go up to Three Creeks, that cool section, unfortunately. But I've been there a bunch of times, so go watch my Ride Adventures training videos, which I'll link for you, if you want to see what that area looks like. Just can't get through right now. So we're going to take the bypass around to Sisters, stop at Sisters for some food and a resupply because I'm out of water and everything else. And then it's a harder section this morning, out up to the expert section, Cache Mountain, which is a beautiful, amazing view. And then up to Detroit and beyond is my guess. I'd like to make Olallie tonight if we can, maybe farther, don't know. So gonna pack up, get going, I think. How you feel, Tim?
Feeling good.
Tim's feeling good, he says. It helps when we go to sleep at 9:30 and pass right out. All right, we're gonna get going.
Just like that, it's as if we were never here. Camp is all back on the bikes. We're mostly geared up. We're gonna head out towards Sisters this morning. We're gonna take the bypass like I mentioned because Three Creeks Road is closed, and hopefully get some breakfast, gas, water, and fuel up for the next leg. I'm exhausted. Like, I know that I mentioned at the beginning of this trip that I didn't get into the shape I wanted to be for this trip, and I'm definitely feeling the effects. Like, about 9 o'clock last night, I was like, yep, I need sleeping. And I was just mad that it was still light out. And finally, I just went in the tent at 9:30, and I think I passed out immediately. Got up once to pee and slept straight through till 6 a.m. So I'm definitely tired from this much physical exertion. That's just like an update on that. If you're a person like me who is maybe not in the best shape and wants to come out and do one of these trips, just be prepared to be tired. And there was a point yesterday where I didn't want to stop, or I thought I didn't want to stop until we stopped. And I was like, thank God we stopped. That's the word stopped about 32 times. So I thank Tim for that because it was his idea. Because I was like, let's push on. Why not? Thinking, if it was hot, I didn't want to sit and cook in it, but we found some shade and it was good. So cooler temps from here on out should be a lot less, at least heat exertion going on. It's going to make things a lot more comfortable. Those first 2 sections, man, they were brutal. Well, we're going to head out here in a sec. All right, forward to Sisters. If I can get it in gear. It's an interesting exit here. Probably dump it right here first thing. Oh, there's a huge fucking ditch. I didn't know that. Oop. Okay, well, that bodes well for the day. On to Sisters. Love it up here. Okay, we are between Bend and Sisters, off the pavement. So this is just a bypass. The actual route is far more interesting, and you get to go up to Three Creeks Lake, which is amazing. Highly recommend it, as the road is open. I think August is when Three Creeks Lake Road is supposed to open back up. At least there's a little dirt on the bypass. That's good. That's a good thing. And not terrible views of the Three Sisters either. Look at that. That's the road I normally come in on. Okay. So this is the Tumalo Dam, and this is the old Tumalo Reservoir, and it actually has a really interesting backstory, which I will summarize so you don't have to listen to me talk about it. But supposedly, I don't know, 100 years ago, see, this is the dam. They were going to do a reservoir here. So this guy came to town, I can't remember his name, and convinced everyone he was going to build this dam so there would be this reservoir, and there would be all kinds of irrigation water. See, there's like a tower for the dam and all that. So this was going to be a lake. All kinds of irrigation water, so lots of families moved here while the dam was being built, bought property, and they set up a whole town. I can't remember the name of the town. It was the guy's name, like they named it after him. Well, they filled up the lake for the very first time, and all the water immediately drained out because this is all very porous lava rock. And the guys skipped town with like all their money. And so it was totally a town. Tumalo is a town built by a con man based on a lie, and that dam back there was the lie. So they hanged him in effigy, I guess, because he was long gone, so they couldn't actually hang him. But that's why the Tumalo Reservoir is not a reservoir. Today is the 4th of July, so I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people out. So pro tip, always check the BDR website for the most updated tracks before you go, because I had an older version in Gaia from when it first released in February, and I updated them, or I should say I downloaded the updated tracks and put them into Gaia on the first day of the trip, but it's really hard to tell at riding speeds which is which. Oh, I know exactly where we are now. So I led us down what it looks like was the old bypass on the old tracks. But fortunately, I know this road and I know right where it goes, so we're good. I don't recommend improvising if you're not in an area that you sort of know, but we figured it out. So update those tracks because things change and they make changes constantly, which is cool.
I already finished my food, but we're in Sisters at the Gallery for breakfast. Tim's having the chicken fry. The service here has been fabulous. They brought us 3 pitchers to fill up our hydration packs with ice water, so highly recommend it if you're in town. Stop in at the gallery. They also have all of the microbrews and the full bar, so if you're into that kind of thing, which I normally am, but not at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Good breakfast at the gallery. It's not quite 10 o'clock. We're gonna get gas here in Sisters and head out onto Section 5, and it's already hot. And it's supposed to be like 94 in Detroit today, which is where we're headed, so not excited. I thought we were gonna get out of the hot temperatures. Nah, we are. It's hotter here than it was in the desert, or it will be in Detroit today. Okay, so this intersection, the Dork campout is actually going to be right over there, like a quarter mile. We're right by the campground. So pretty cool that it's this close to the Oregon BDR, in my opinion. It's almost like I planned it that way. Oh, this has been open the whole time. Great. Okay, continuing on. Road's getting a little more interesting. There's some rain ruts and embedded rocks. Probably, I don't know, 5-10 miles out of Sisters at the moment, if that. Have I mentioned how happy I am to have trees? Pretty damn happy. So we're not far out of Sisters, but this is the bonus track to Skylight Cave. It's only 0.8 miles. So we're gonna go check it out. I'm not really interested in doing a bunch of hiking in these boots, but if it's close to the road, it would be cool to pop in and give it a look, I feel like. Not even a mile off, worth checking out for sure. No sign on the road, so is it like a local secret or what? I thought for sure there'd be a sign saying that it was down here. Yeah, this looks suspiciously like a parking lot, yep. Huh, well, why park when we can ride? There it is. That's it right there. Okay, well, it is easy to get to then because it's right there. Oh, and there's a ladder. It's literally right here. Okay. Fun. That's fun. So, this is it. Skylight Cave. Oh yeah. So there's a ladder. And you climb down into the cave. And there's a skylight down there somewhere. Interesting. Well, it's nice to know that this is right on the road, so no hiking. Like, we attempted cracking the ground yesterday, and it was at least a quarter mile off the road.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, with the mouth mount GoPro. Well, it's not even attached.
No, it's not.
So I could just knock it over, and that's your home now. Well, this is very easy to get to, so worth checking out on your way on. We're on Section 5 now? Yeah, 5 is to Detroit, 6 is to Government Camp, 7 is to Hood River. So yeah, we're on Section 5.
Tim is back from his spelunking adventure, and we're gonna get back on the bikes. Head for Cache Mountain. Oh man, oh yeah, sand, cinder, loose rock chunk. We got terrain here, boys. We got some terrain. Sand, rock, rain rut, down, logs, whoops, more sand. These are not like good roads for four-wheeled vehicles. That would be interesting. Yo, I didn't want to hit that. Oh yeah, that's Washington. We're very close to Cache now. Oh yeah, we're getting out there now. We're getting out there now. Mount Washington looming large. Always wondered what was out this way. Never gotten out this far because we always go to Big Lake and just ride the OHV area, but now I know. It goes all the way to Sisters, which I had heard but never actually ridden. Woo! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, brother! That mountain is so damn close. That's Cache right there. Oh, this might be, no, this is it. Okay. Yep, we're turning right down here. At the base. I know exactly where we are. I've been here a ton of times. Hell yes. It's a great ride up there. Great ride. Hello friends, Dork in the Road here. We are on Oregon BDR Section 5 and we are about to do the Cache Mountain Expert Section. First thing is the whoops and the view. Look at the Three Sisters over there. Mount Washington is to my right. So close, it looks like you can touch it. Bed of rocks, whoops, sand, all at once. Testing all your skills. This is like exercise and I hate it. Ooh, okay. Maybe this is why it's expert now. Side by side coming down. Because, and you know what? There's no shame in waddling this if you want because it is crazy loose, but yeah! And of course there's a bunch of side-by-sides up here because that's my life. Oh, but look at the view. Look at the view. Wow. That is something. That is something. And that, my friends, is the expert section, Cache Mountain. There is Tim, the conquering hero. This is a real highlight. So if you feel like you're up to coming up here, I definitely recommend it. Now this camera makes everything look so much farther away, but Mount Washington is right there. Like I can see the contours of the cliff faces. The Three Sisters are there. You got Broken Top in the distance. And then over here, it just gets better. That's Hayrick Butte. Hoodoo's over there. Behind it, you can see it just on top. There's a bunch of lakes, Little Lake over there. That is Three Finger Jack. That is Mount Jefferson. The view is just spectacular. Pretty sure that one there is Meadow Lake. You can see Big Lake off in the distance. That's Highway 20. Oh, and on the other side, you can see all the way to Black Butte. It's spectacular. Like this is just one of the most amazing places I've ever been. And if you have the ability and the confidence to get up here, it is very worth it. That is Black Butte, the butte. That is Black Butte, the ranch. That is Mount Jefferson. That is Subtle Lake down below. And that is Blue Lake right there. Called that because, well, it's blue. Can't beat the views from up here. You just can't. One of my favorite spots on earth. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And that Cache Mountain, that was my first BDR expert section. I feel like it doesn't count because I've ridden it before, but it does count because I did it. So don't miss it, Cache Mountain. Yeah, I wouldn't want to bring the Tenere up here, or at least I would think very seriously about it. Okay, headed back down. The views are even better on the way down, but I'm not going to look at them because I'll ride off the cliff and die. So the guy got his Scrambler 1200 stuck up here like 2 days ago. He posted in the group. Yeah, fortunately there's a really convenient hillside right here. You can just waddle along if you need to. Damn it. in my head right now. Not even just writing it like I need to. Okay, well, that was actually a little bit of a situation. Okay, that's what I get for talking shit about how easy this is. It isn't. I take it back. Okay, universe, I take it back. It is in fact an expert section. That's all good. Definitely some effort required. Look at that view though. Holy hell. So, look at this, man. This is, I mean, the juice is worth the squeeze, is all I'm saying. If you can get up here, it is worth it, because holy shit, it looks amazing. Nothing like it. Yeah, you want speed through this loose stuff. You don't want to slow down, stay off the front brake. I'm talking to myself as much as I am you, the viewer. Oh yeah, just trying to avoid this rock. Okay. And by rock, I mean log. I was trying to avoid that log. I love this road. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna love it with a fully loaded bike, but I absolutely love coming out here in a dual sport and just ripping this road. It's got plenty of whoops, which I don't love, but rocky, sandy, just fun, varied terrain. It's really fun to just blast. So, and this is the regular route. So there's a harder bypass. That road's super fun too. This is a lot more technical. This is gonna be your sandy, fast, flowy, and the other one's gonna be like technical, challenging, fun. I like this road. I like it a lot. It's got some of the shit like this that I forgot about. I need to go left, or needed to go right, but I didn't. So here we are. Washed out, a little rocky, technical, hill climb. Another hill climb, rocky shenanigans, followed by its cousin, Bullwinkle shenanigans. That's a Rocky and Bullwinkle joke. I don't know if you got that. Probably not. Probably not. Pretty highbrow, you know. There's a lot of camping out here, but you gotta like mosquitoes a lot. Moving is so good. Going left here. Okay, we're gonna go through the OHV area now. You don't need a permit because this is a public road, but there are a bunch of OHVs crossing, or there will be OHVs, motorcycle stuff crossing, and it is sandy as shit. So, but I think once we get out around this and over Potato Hill onto Highway 20, we're pretty much out of the sand. So let's get it done. Yeah, very sandy, bro. Very squiggly front wheel. Lots of whoops. Yep, there's the trail crossing. So you just gotta be careful. Could be side-by-sides coming at you from every direction. Also, I keep hitting my front brake, which is really stupid in the sand. I almost ate shit once already. So as long as you stay on the road, on the route, you don't need a permit. If you decide to hit these trails on the side, you're technically supposed to have a permit. Rocky! Man, there's a lot bigger rocks on this than I remember. Jeez. Just pick good lines, kids. Pick good lines. That's all you can do. The sand is honestly, it's not too deep most of the places. It's only like an inch or two, but it gets, you do hit deep patches. Oh, just gentle waves of sand, gently destroying my lower back as I sit down because I'm fat and tired and should be standing. Yeah, this is all sand. It's all sand. Street legal vehicles only. No OHVs. What is cool is when you're riding one that is both. Whoa, that's right. So that was the Sandy OHV area we just rode through. Really fun riding if you like the rocky, sandy, technical stuff. Stupid sandy hill climb. Look at this banked sandy corner, man. Like, there's some riding required, is all I'm saying. Some riding required. Not an easy route. I'm tired every day. I don't want to be. It's not a sightseeing route, it's a riding route. For sure. I think a lot of people are finding that out the hard way too. I've talked to a lot of people running around this weekend, because it's 4th of July and they got time off and the route's finally clear. And a lot of guys are like, whoa, that's a lot more than I was expecting, or getting themselves into trouble. So this is my warning to you. It's harder than you think it is. If you're okay with that, cool. If you're not sure, I might encourage you to tackle individual sections and just get a feel for it before you plan on committing to a week out here. I could do it on the Tenere, I think, so far. Like, it's doable, but I definitely would have more trouble and would be less confident and way more tired. And that's Deep Thoughts with Dork in the road. Hey, out of the sand, into the dirt and rocks, up around the corner, Potato Hill. This is worse than I remember. Holy crap. Woo! that was something. That was something. What a section, Nathan. If you don't enjoy challenging terrain, you won't like this route. So that's Highway 20. So we jump onto Highway 20 for like 4 miles and then back off at the Lava Lake Snow Park. So this is the Lava Lake Snow Park. It's where you get off of Highway 20 and continue north to Detroit. This is just a paved forest road for a while. A really cool campsite up here at the intersection of 2 major roads. Yeah, it's not even taken on the 4th of July. Oh my God. There's a fire pit. It's amazing. This is a great campsite. Right by the river. I wish it was about 3 hours later. I'd be like, let's camp here. But it isn't, so we're not going to. Look, gorgeous. Gorgeous spot. So the rest of Section 5 is basically this. Well-manicured, maintained gravel roads. No real surprises unless there's snow up on top still. So I'm just going to catch up with you all when we get to Detroit and finish Section 5, and I'm assuming have a late lunch, gas up, and then start Section 6. Alright, on to Detroit. Okay, well, I didn't make it here when I scouted it because the snow was in the way, but this is Olallie Lake. That's pretty. I don't see any campsites. Well, I guess that's one. Gorgeous. Mountain lakes. Okay, now for reals on to Detroit, probably. There it is. There she is. There's Detroit Lake. So this is the town of Detroit, which many of you know 2 years ago nearly burned to the ground in the wildfires we had. It's really cool that the BDR comes through here and has made it so that we can provide financial support for the people in this town as they rebuild. And we're going to start by buying gasoline.
Made it to Detroit, Mountain High Grocery. Tim, me. We're gonna sit on this bench and eat a bunch of deli food we bought because it's that or the restaurant that didn't even look like it was open. There was nobody in there. And the other restaurant across the street sadly burned down. So make sure when you're in Detroit on the BDR that you support this community and the businesses that are attempting to rebuild after the horrible, horrible fires that burned most of this town to the ground. So we're gonna catch our breath, get a little hydrated, and then final push towards camping for the night. You know, there's some fun riding between here and there, and we'll see where we end up. Straight boomhauering it. I'm ready to go up again.
Well, I left the camera in the sun for half an hour while we were in the store, so it overheated, so I didn't capture any of what I thought I was filming on the way out. So my bad, but we're about 5 miles out of town now. So we've passed over from Section 5 into Section 6. This is a great campsite. It's just a little early to stop. God, I wish it was 2 hours later because there's a whole thing of firewood there. Kind of surprised Tim isn't pushing me to stay. But I just pulled over to fix my camera and get back on the road. So we're on Section 6. Detroit to Government Camp. We're leaving this paved logging road for a gravel logging road. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. There's a lot of this between us and Olallie. We got some more pavement twisties, but these come with a twist. They're twisties with a twist because there's a bunch of like messed up sections that you just like come around a corner all thinking you're leaning it in like Rossi, and there's like a big hole or like just straight gravel and you're in a full lean. So you gotta keep your eyes up on this section up here on top of the mountain. Just don't overcommit to the corners is all I'm saying, kids. Just like, look right here, gravel. Ooh, and pavement. And gravel. Big hole. Oh, more holes. And pavement. You like when I narrate the road conditions? It's like a play-by-play. Okay, he's leaning left into the corner, and there are some shadows that he's navigating, and he's keeping his eyes open. Pine cones, and pavement, and shadows, and leaning left, and oh, you can see here he's using the brakes to slow down. Clever. But we're up on top, you see? There's nothing above us except for over there. So we're on the very top of this ridge. Kind of cool. There's some scenery up here in the Oregon BDR. Did you guys know? I had no idea. I thought I was going to see cool mountains and stuff. Where the route leaves NF 46. You can tell because it says Olallie in the middle of the damn road. In case you're wondering what's up here. Taking a left. Yep. Found some gravel. This area has definitely seen better days. I'm a little worried about the lack of shade by the lake now that we're over here. I'm tired. I'm ready to camp. Ready to camp. Weird. I really like the idea of not setting up a tent, but I also really like the idea of sitting right here. So maybe if I sat right here for a while, I'd feel better about setting up a tent. So Olallie Lake is obviously gorgeous, beautiful here. They have a cool little store that's open till 7 and they have ice and beer, so tonight's gonna be good. But we just reserved a site and we're gonna go. I'm honestly gonna go take my chair out and just sit there until I feel like putting my tent up, but step one is go back over there. So we got site 12 right on the water. Oh, what a great place to spend the night. I've always wanted to camp at Olallie, here we are.
Not a terrible way to spend what I think may be our last night on the trail. Check out this campsite. Kind of a hell of a view. Holy crap, gorgeous. I've always wanted to stay here, so I'm glad we were able to make it happen. They have a little store that has cold beer and ice. So I got some ice in my dry bag to keep the beverages cold. And I think I hear Tim on his way back with his favorite camping accessory that they also sell here.
I almost made it.
How many did you lose along the way?
All but 3, it looks like.
Well, damn it, now I gotta help you pick them up. Apparently they don't sell firewood in bundles. They just give you an armload or something. I know he dropped a piece over here, I saw it. Oh, Tim, what a doofus. And that's why you should not let Tim collect firewood unsupervised, or even purchase it, apparently. Somebody needs to watch some giant loop instructional videos to figure out how to use that beaver tail. Right idea, poor execution. I hope he's not going back for more. That will also get spilled all over the damn place. Tim,
Ben.
As we sit here on what could be our last night camping on the Oregon BDR, and understanding that we still have 140 miles of BDR left, so it's by no means over, what has been the most surprising thing about the route for you so far?
The difficulty. I knew it was going to be hard, but there were some sections that really tested my skills today and yesterday and the day before.
Yeah, that's been the biggest, I think, revelation for me is the consistent difficulty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like on Washington, it was a lot of just boring stuff, and then we'd hit a hard section. All of Section 2, well, second half of Section 2, most of Section 3 was pretty hard. First half of Section 4 was easy. Section 5, the first half was really rough. Section 6 was pretty easy. Hardest thing so far, has been the road to Olallie, which is optional. How do you feel about your choice of camping locale for the evening?
Well, I mean, it has a store with firewood and beer and snacks, and a nice view, a lack of bugs, quiet neighbors. Pretty awful.
Yeah, I hate it. I think
Yeah.
we should just go camp in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, we should leave.
I'm just gonna leave my tent here. Like, I'm just over it. So if someone was planning to start the route, what advice would you give them?
I would probably tell them that they're taking too much stuff and that they should bring more water and less creature comforts.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more. The riding is harder than the camping, for sure. I'm incredibly happy that I was on the 450L. How is your 690 treating you?
It's been great. It's been real great. It's not the 500, but it's very capable.
You're doing it again. Which bike would you bring?
I'd probably bring the 690.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sticking through with me, and hopefully we finish tomorrow, or at least make it to the end, whether that's tomorrow or the next day. Sucks to lose Trav, but at least I know I always have my Tim to follow me through to the end, apparently. We should experiment with this. Let's get a bunch of people together to do, like, Colorado.
Yeah.
Let's get, like, 20 people, and see if it still ends up just
the
us.
two of us.
Yeah. Who's down to be sacrificial lambs on a Colorado BDR trip? Say I'm in the comments. All right, well.
What was your favorite part of the BDR, Ben?
My
far?
favorite part so far?
I know my favorite part.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was the Skylight Cave.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go in, but it looked cool. Yeah. Well, okay. This is a surprise to me to say, but the first thing that comes to mind is I had a really good time in Section 3. And Section 3 was hard, and we were riding hard and fast, and I really enjoyed it. So I think it's like I've unlocked a new personality trait. I know you're trying really hard. Riding hard and fast. I never was a person that enjoyed challenging riding, but I've just finally got enough confidence that it's actually fun to do, to push it and kind of get into a little wiggle and save it, and just things like that.
Mhm.
I don't know. 3 was like, I like to ride at like 70% of my ability, right? So like that's where you're comfortable, but you're learning, but you're not so over your head that there's no margin for error.
Mhm.
And that was a good 70-75 for 70-75% of the route. Whoops and everything. Like it was a great. I was not expecting to like that section so much. So that was awesome. I blame Nathan. Here's the thing. Once you get out of the desert, like Christmas Valley North, there's so much camping. Like we have passed so many campsites more than once. Like earlier today when I stopped to fix my camera, I was like, God, I wish it was 2 hours later, because that site was awesome and it had firewood and there's a ton of sites like that, and they're all like, it's 4th of July and they were empty.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to stop at every single one of them and spend the night.
yeah, right, which would have mean it would take us 2 months to finish this route.
That's all right.
So you're not going to have trouble finding camping. I realize I'm saying that as I'm sitting in a campground, but I don't know if you heard the part about the store with beer and firewood. And these sites are gorgeous, and it was $20. Totally worth it. I mean, come on. Totally worth it. All right, well, I'm going to enjoy a brewski or twoski. My tent's set up, so there's nothing to do but sit here and rest. I feel way better today. I was wiped out yesterday. We're going to chill out for a bit. Thanks for being here. Hope you're enjoying the series, and there's at least one more to come, so don't forget to subscribe. You're subscribed, right? Because I'm the dork on the road. I want to be your internet riding buddy. And I'm better than your regular riding buddies because I come with the mute button. Tim does not, because he's not an internet riding buddy. He's a real life riding buddy. Not as good. So, if it's our last night, Tim, your fire's literally starting itself. He literally didn't start this. He just like threw a bunch of stuff in there like he was planning to start it, and there was there were hot coals from this morning apparently, and it's going. It's a fire. He didn't even make a fire. It's just a fire now. So it's like he just really wanted to have a fire, and he didn't want to wait till it was dark or whatever. But we don't have that much wood, so a fire is a fire. I brought 3 cigars on this trip, thinking I'll use them for special occasions. I'll use them sparingly, and if it's our last night, I still have 2 left, so I got to try to get Tim to smoke the other one. What a trip. I'm proud of us, no matter what happens tomorrow. I think that the section ahead of us is not that hard, except for supposedly there's a rocky section that's hard. I can't imagine it's any worse than anything we've done. Honestly, probably the hardest thing we've done was that river rocky section when we were trying to get our way out of the desert. Yeah. That's probably the hardest thing we've ridden. It's not even on the track. I will say I'm sore and tired, but not as sore and tired as I expected to be, given I didn't prepare for this the way that I had originally planned. So it can be done in 5 days. I would probably recommend 6, because we didn't stop at everything. All the sections are longer than I thought. Like, I knew the first one would suck. It was the only one I was worried about mileage, but there's 3 more 100-mile sections, which is still at the edge of my capacity if we have any mishaps whatsoever. I, for some reason, thought they were all like 30 and 60, but the shortest one, I think, is 60 miles. What are we cooking, Timbo?
Today we're going to have a chili mac with beef.
That is one of the only good Mountain House meals.
It's true.
I will tell you this. He's only risking this because we're very close to an outhouse.
That's true.
Don't eat the packet. I literally always forget to take it out. Oh, okay. Or do. Oh, God. Why did that just happen? This guy eats his Mountain House raw.
Instant regret.
He just how was that?
That's terrible.
Yeah. You're going to be tasting chili mac for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
To get with the jet boil. It's hot.
Yeah, your old stove, that would have been like 2 hours.
How is it that no matter how long you let these sit, they're never ready?
How's your gourmet meal, buddy?
Doesn't feel very gourmet.
You ever think about letting it sit for another 2 hours?
Might have to. What if I put it in the fire?
Yeah, that would make it really spicy. I feel like we're filming a cereal commercial right now. He likes it. He really likes it. You can't even fake it.
I'm just looking for the toy in the bottom. Is that a fire starter?
Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed day 4 of the Oregon BDR adventure. It's very possible we finish tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss episode 5 of our Oregon BDR adventure, where we get up to Mount Hood and see the tallest, best mountain in Oregon. But for now, we're just going to chill out and enjoy this fire. And, thank you all for watching. Thanks to all my channel members and patrons who help make content like this possible. Channel members and patrons get early access to videos, they get merchandise discounts and other perks, and you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month on Patreon or $2 a month here on YouTube. So check that out if you're interested. Thank you to all of you who are patrons, who are awesome peoples. But it's camping time.
Excellent!
We're going to hit the road and finish this damn thing today. Oh, bumpy. Well, that's kind of gorgeous. I see thee! We have come for thee! Oh, jeez, this is no joke, bro. For now, I have to find Tim. Pretty epic up here. He did it, buddy. You and me again.